So in here, this in the method under methodology, this student has used these are the main title that student has used. So that so here research model and methods of analysis, like that, it's very broad. So this student has done the validity as well, but I'm not telling you to go for that if you don't have the capacity. But reliability should be there.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
In the previous research which you showed, hypothesis was hypothesis was available under chapter 2 and chapter 3 as well. Can I know the difference in including it in chapter 2 and chapter 3?
It's like this. So that I told no that no need that there's no exact that the format. So that's why maybe that student has included, but repeating is not unnecessary. So we expect hypothesis in this methodology chapter, not under the literature review. So I think in the first one, no, you saw it. So that's why I reclaim. That I didn't like to show that the operationalization part in that chapter because of that. So don't that. Am I misleading you? So are you clear with what I am telling?
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope that you don't do the mistake that you may remember that it's in the hypothesis in this literature review part. Because of that, you include in the this section. Here, this student also have done the same mistake, but better include it to the methodology. Conceptual, include the conceptual framework, then include this hypothesis, right? Because some students include it because with the hype that when you explain the this literature, you can include the this hypothesis, because you know that some in research article when you are reading also you see that, right? But if you want to include in the literature review also, that is fine, but don't forget to include hypothesis and the conceptual framework in methodology chapter 2, right? So and one mistake this student has done, so don't this title should be in black color, right? And don't insert colors when you are taking printouts, that this will be black. So with the current condition in the country, so don't use colors, right? Then you have to take the color printouts. So, and that the title should be black. So this student has done this way, that he or she did not use this onion, that the picture of the onion is not available, but that followed the steps in the study that they explained. Sampling, then validity and reliability. So, and then when you include the research model, I think many of you have taken it the wrong way. So this is wrong, right? So that the arrow should connect to one to another. If you include these conceptual frame, that the variables, don't do like this, right? So any question? So I think I have given basic idea about what need to be included. So anyone who can summarize what should be in your this chapter before concluding? Any volunteer? I want to make sure whether you got it.
Hello. Yeah, ma'am.
So what are the titles you will include in your methodology chapter?
Yeah, so there will be an introduction about what the concept of the of what is included in the chapter, and
Yes.
how to organize what is organized in the chapter, and then afterwards you will write the research onion of the project.
Research design, under research design, that you can either include onion or not. That is your your decision, but you have to explain your research design, what design you use, whether it is quantitative, qualitative, deductive or inductive, or that you can use whether it's a survey, that a strategy, or that you can follow the steps of the onion and you can explain, or that just you can tell this is a kosher research, cross-sectional in nature, like that. So then next step,
you will
after research design, what you will include?
Explain the research strategy, the time horizon, the primary data collection methods.
That is under the
data collection
research design. Research design. Data collection part coming the later.
Afterwards,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, and in data collection methods, you will mention if you're doing a survey or a questionnaire or a case study and how you're doing it. And also if you can mention the weaknesses and strengths of your method as well to add it. And also mention what is the type of scale you are using and what are the demographical factors selected as well.
Okay.
And then operationalization, you mention what are the dimensions that you have selected and also explain them basis the scales used, and also you mentioned to also add the quantitative, if it's quantitative, to add the table and also explain the table as well, not just to add the operationalization, and to explain it in a summary verse as well.
Yes.
And then population and sample, under which you will mention the sampling techniques that needs to be used and to justify why we are using it, and add a convenience table if we can. And then the data collection methods, and then the development of the collection. And then also you have to mention the reliability. And afterwards, you also mentioned data analysis, the objectives of the research, and to mention the techniques, if it's descriptive or if you are using any advanced methods, correlation techniques, and then about the SPSS package that we use as well. And then to mention the data presentation techniques, and then to summarize.
Okay, good. So that I will again summarize because that some may not be clear with because as you said, the introduction chapter, each chapter should have the introduction. Then you explain your research design. You can explain it using either the research onion or where you like, but there should be a paragraph to explain the research design, right? So in there you will explain your this approach, then the methodological choice, the strategy, those things. Then with the timeline, whether it's cross-sectional nature or the longitudinal nature. So those are coming under this design. Then it's then coming to the method. So you can explain your instrument, research instrument, that the questionnaire, or that the way that you do it. If it is the observation method, that how you do that observation. Then after you explain this instrument, then you are coming to the operationalization. So in the operationalization, how you do the operationalization, right? So that I'm referring to quantitative, right? So in there you can insert the table and explain it. Then if it is qualitative one, you can explain about the coding, right? Then next but keep remember in this quality that how you do conduct that the reliability or calculate reliability of the study, and then you can explain the data analysis as that she mentioned that the better if you point out the objective and mentioning that what technique you use, that is more clear to you, as well to what technique you have to you have used, then it will be more easier for you to explain in the discussion chapter that what are the outcomes, and then that compare with the other studies and write a good discussion. Then next after the data analysis, so that's all I think. After that, you need to write a summary, small summary, that each chapter should have a summary that's about your chapter of research methodology. If you have any question, so you can raise now, or that I think it's time to wind up. So we have taken a lot. I have taken very long time to explain. So if you have any question, you can ask. So the qualitative, the researchers, if you need any help, you can, that help means that the articles you need to refer, or that like that. So you can write your coordinator through that your request. If we, that the necessary help we can provide, not that I'm not that telling that we will guide you, because you have a supervisor, but like materials or what kind of things you need to refer. So for that we can help.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
So
hypothesis and conceptual framework, right?
Sorry, yes, I forgot it. Yes, that's what I was thinking, that what type of, so conceptual framework and hypothesis should be under this chapter. So you can include it after the research design, or that after explaining that all the things also, you can insert the conceptual framework and the hypothesis, but before the data analysis, right? Reliability and data analysis, include them.
Madam, excuse me, in first chapter, what are the things we should include?
So it's actually, Puta, that you have developed your proposal now. That all the everything in the proposal, other than the literature, that I don't know that this time that you have informed to put the literature as well in front, no? So that the things in under this proposal you have done coming for your chapter 1. So normally we expect that background of the study, right? So that can be around 1 page to 2 page. Then this you can explain about your this research gap, that the problem statement. Then coming to this research questions and the objectives. Don't omit those things, right? Objectives and the questions should be there. Then you can, after that, you can write about the significance of the study. Then about some are writing the limitations of the study like that, but the significance should be there. Then a summary. So that's all. So as I can remember, but you refer that articles. That's all. Okay. Shall we wind up then?
Madam, I have a question.
Okay.
In research proposal, we were instructed to add the research methodology, operationalization table and all.
Yeah.
We don't need to add it to the
No need to add those things. but the first part of the that the proposal you have to include in this here. This in your final. Yeah, second chapter is about literature review. So you have done it last time. So I'm not referring to it further. So the thing is read. So take some books. You can now you have many facilities. You can download the books from the internet now. So that Borgi and Sekaran book, Saunders book. This what I have referred that this chapter 4 is also you can download. Saunders research, if you type Saunders research on it. Then Ranjit Kumar book. Then if you are marketing that Malhotra's book, Malhotra applied market research. Don't excited with the title of the book, but it is very simple one. It explains everything. So that I don't know about the finance people, what are the books actually they use. In generally, you can refer this Uma Sekaran book that is very clear, and Ranjit Kumar book and Saunders book. Saunders book is a little bit advanced, but you can get idea. So those things and the research articles. So even in methodology also that if you have doubts with the sampling and things, you can just Google it. Put a Google Scholar and search, then you will find good articles. So any other question?